What is up, you beautiful collectors and action figure fans? Once again, it's the one and only Optibotimus coming at you with another video review. And this is one I have been eagerly anticipating for a very long time. It's been out actually now for a while, but I finally was able to get my hands on it. And I am super excited about it. Celebrating 50 years of Wolverine, Marvel Legends has decided to do a couple 2-packs. I took a look at one a little bit ago with the Brood version of Wolverine and Lilandra. Now, truthfully, I bought that 2-pack because I only really wanted Lilandra. I didn't care too much about Wolverine, or the Brood version of Wolverine. And that's going to be the same thing as this. It's kind of ironic that in celebrating 50 years of Wolverine, I don't want to keep any of the Wolverine figures. It's always the extra ones that come with them that I'm really interested in, and I don't know if they just like doing that because or what. But this set is Logan and Wolverine, or and Sabretooth, and this Sabretooth is, in my honest opinion, for all intent and purposes, up to this point in time right now, the definitive version of Sabretooth. It's that very Jim Lee classic 1990s look for Sabretooth, and I absolutely love it. Now, for the packaging, you can see you got a very nice open window with some like artwork on the little inner thing. You got Wolverine, you got some slash marks here. Side here's got Sabretooth. The other side here has Wolverine kind of fighting him. Come around the back, and you can see, again, I don't really care too much about the, and I'll be totally honest, I don't know where that came from. I mean, everybody knows that Victor Creed and Logan came from the Weapon X program. You kind of talk about it here, and it talks about how their feud has continued on for a number of years, and obviously that is the case with this. So getting rid of that box. These figures, though, are extremely well done. I'm really happy with them. The biggest one, though, obviously for me, is going to be Sabretooth, just because I do not have a Sabretooth in my collection. Believe it or not, it's kind of surprising to me. They have released other Sabretooth figures. I never got them, though, and, you know, then they became expensive, aftermarket-wise, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to get them. And now, all of a sudden, here we have them. Now, starting off first with Wolverine. The figure's actually extremely well done. I like it in terms of the design of him. He's got, like, the little kind of Wrangler sort of shirt going on. You got jeans on here. Whether or not, like, all these parts are reused, I don't necessarily know. I don't really review a lot of Marvel Legend figures, as most of you know. So I can't really talk to, like, well, this is reused and this is reused. I mean, he's got his claws, which look really very nice. I even like how they're doing a real good job with a lot of paint application. You can kind of see little hair sculpt in there, but you also got a little bit of coloring thrown on there, which that's actually kind of nice. You got a nice detail on his belt buckle. Again, you got the little dress shirt here. You got his hat, which is with his little mutton chops, and the head sculpt on there is actually extremely well done. They're doing a lot of real good work with their printing sort of thing. And then you get a little chest hair right there. You got the Wolverine booty. You got the jeans. All looking really nice. And then, of course, the claws that you do more than likely have to kind of bend when you get it out of the box. You also do get this alternate head sculpt, which it's not that much of a difference. Realistic. Oh, I'm dropping it. Coming to take a super close look. And I mean, like, there's not, I mean, he's got a whole lot more bushy of a hairstyle coming out. But, I mean, sculpt-wise looks pretty good, but you do have a lot more hair kind of coming in. And then the hat's black, too. So that's, yeah, that's a little bit different. So, there you go. You got that, in case you don't, too. You also do get a couple hands. You get a kind of holding hand. You'll see why in a second. You also do get this other hand here, which is kind of just like a gripping sort of hand, although he doesn't really grip anything. But you also do get a little deck of cards, which if you take this hand, you can actually wedge these in here pretty decently and have him holding some cards, because I'm guessing he was playing cards in that comic book. Get that wedged in there, so you can do that if you. I keep hitting the thing here. I'm sorry. So you can do that if you want to. Again, I mean, for me, Wolverine. You know, I love Wolverine. Deadpool and Wolverine, easily one of my favorite Marvel movies of all time right now. So I do like Wolverine. I just don't really care for this look, to be totally honest with you. It is what it is. Articulation-wise, you do have a ball joint here. Also, you have, pull that off, you have that little hinge section right there, so you can get a real good range of motion with it. Doesn't have butterfly joints, which a lot of Wolverine figures now do have the butterfly joint, but you do have the pin hinge joint right there. You do have the rotation at the upper part of the bicep. He's got double jointed elbows, but I don't like them. And I'll show you why. Because when you do it, that is ugly as shit. I'm sorry. I mean, I get it. You're going to get a lot of, like, articulation, but that's ugly. I'm not a fan of that, really, at all. So you do have double jointed elbows. They are pinless, which is nice to see. You do have the pins down here for the legs, which that's kind of weird that they did that. The wrists do rotate. They also hinge forward and back. He's got this upper diaphragm ball joint, so you get a good range of motion there. And then you have a waist rotation. And this is on like a ratchet joint, so I don't quite understand that. I mean, you can get a... I'm jumping in the air. You get a lot of articulation with this guy. The hips, in and out, forward and back. They rotate at the upper section of the thigh. And you got two bends here at the knee, but you do have the pins in there, which is kind of weird. I don't really like these feet, because it kind of makes it a little difficult to get them to stand, just because the curvedness of them. So in terms of getting them to stand, you do have to kind of balance them a little bit, but you can do it, as you can clearly see. Sabretooth, though, this is the figure that I have always wanted from it. Now, I believe somebody pointed out that the lower section is kind of reused from Omega Red, which is possible. I don't know. I mean, it's very musculature, maybe Colossus. I don't know, but I feel like I've heard people say that the lower section has been reused, but the upper section is pretty much all new, which is really very nice. I really do dig it. The upper part of the arms as well is reused. And you can see that there is a good size difference between these two guys, getting them to stand straight up and down. I do really like the size difference there. I mean, Logan Wolverine is a small dude. I mean, he's always been small. He's been portrayed as much taller up until recently. I'm not going to get into spoilers, but for all intent and purposes, Wolverine, as played by Hugh Jackman, has always been portrayed as basically being a pretty average-sized guy. He's not. Comics have him being a very short dude. So I really like the fact that this guy is towering over him. I think that that's fantastic. I'm trying to see if I don't have any other Marvel Legend figures over here, so I can't really show you. But he's pretty average in terms of the sizing. But this guy is absolutely phenomenal all the way around. Coming in, take a closer look at him. That head sculpt is outstanding, very angry looking. You can see a lot of hair going all over. Great paint detail with the inside of the mouth, and then even the little section there with the mask that kind of goes around, and then the hair. You even got some highlights throughout there, which is really nice. And I like that it's not the same color as this bushy thing around him. He does come with an alternate head where it is very similar, but this one is more sadistic and smiling. I really dig that. I like that one as well. This one though is just evil. I think that's great, but again, great detail all the way around him. It's just a different expression. Like I said, I really do like the fact that he's got the whole bushy section going all the way around him. Nice individual sculpt with this piece. It is separate from the body, but it is like glued on. But like I said, I do like that it's a different color from his hair. You got the very classic Sabretooth colors with the brown, the orange. You have the little stripes and everything on there. I like the fact that he's got the little pokey thing there. His claws on his hands look absolutely amazing. Great detail on those. He does have alternate ones as well, where this one is a little bit more of a like clutching kind of hand, whereas this one is a little bit more open. Kind of, I mean, it's almost, it looks identical to this one to a degree. Well, it's slightly different. So you do have that, but all the way around, outstanding detail. The sculpt, the musculature on them. Again, they got the whole pinless section here with the elbows, but then they still put the pins down in the legs. I don't know why they're doing that. But does he have that weird ass elbow thing going on too? Oh, his isn't that bad. His looks a little bit more rounded, which I do like, you know, as opposed to the cutoff section on Wolverine. Articulation-wise on him, pretty much standard as well. You do have the ball joint. There is a little bit of a limitation because of the little cuffy or poofy thing around him, but you can get a pretty decent range of motion. You can get him looking fairly down, but not really far back, which I wish you could do for a good crouch pose for him, but it's still decent nonetheless. This guy, though, does have butterfly joints, which is cool to see. It's kind of hidden by this section that comes down, so that's pretty cool. I like that. Do have the rotation, the hinge, forward and back. You do have the bicep swivel. As I showed you, you got two bends at the elbow, which look, I do like that. That works pretty decently. The hinge and the rotation at the actual wrist itself. You do have a ab crunch, and then you do have the swivel at the waist section as well. Hips do move forward and back, in and out. Again, rotation at the upper part of the thigh. You do have the two bends at the knee, and then for the ankles, they do move forward and back, and they also do have the hacky sack pose, which is fantastic. Like I said, for me, it was all about getting Sabretooth. This was the figure in this set that I really wanted, and I think that they did a phenomenal job with him. I'm like really off-centered right now, and it's bothering me. You know, the set is like $55. And for me, it's I'm gonna try to sell this Wolverine. I have not yet sold the Brood one. Nobody really seems to want to pick that one up. But I'm gonna try to get like I said, like $20 back on this, which then makes it about like a $35 set ish. Mostly because I don't think people will pay $25 for these guys, for like the Wolverines. I'm a little bit happier, you know, with like paying $30, $35 basically to get a Sabretooth figure, as opposed to that Build-A-Figure one that you can go for $75 I've seen sometimes. Ultimately, I think that this is a terrific set. I think that this is one that a lot of people are going to want, mostly because of Sabretooth, but adding Wolverine, more kind of like a normal kind of clothes sort of look is kind of cool, and I think some people will appreciate that. I don't care that much for it, but I still do highly recommend this set. I think it's extremely well done. I'm trying to think. There's not really any other Wolverine 2-packs coming out that I'm really interested in. It was the one with Lilandra and then Sabretooth that I was really interested in. So I don't think I'm going to be getting any more. There is another Marvel Legend one that I do have on the way that kind of goes along with Logan. It's a love interest of his. So look forward to that. I know that there's probably going to be about 312 people that are going to watch this video. So all of you that watch this video, do me a favor. Show your love. You're watching the video. Do one more thing. Hit that thumbs up button. Giving me that like really does kind of make me feel good, because I know a lot of people don't watch these videos. Most of them are watching my videos for Transformer reviews, but I still really enjoy certain aspects of the Marvel Legend fandom. I still have pretty much all of those ones. I've been going through, kind of purging my collection as of late, but I have not gone to the Marvel Legends section just yet. So there you go, guys. There's my look at the new 50th anniversary Marvel Legends Wolverine 2-pack of Logan, Wolverine, whatever, and Sabretooth. If you'd like to add this guy to your collection, you can do so online by visiting the great people over at Big Bad Toy Store. For that, I'll put a link right down there in the video description where you can swing on by and check out availability on this, as well as the rest of the wide range of Marvel Legend figures. But beyond that, my friends, that is about it. So until next time, this is Optibotimus saying adios, au revoir, and auf Wiedersehen.